All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Teener League semifinal playoff action, where your Waterloo Pirates will take on the Edgerton Crimson Tide in a rematch of last week's closing regular season schedule, where Waterloo came out on top in a back-and-forth game, 6-5. 82 beautiful degrees here in Waterloo at Fireman's Park. The winner of this game will take on the Oregon Orioles, who defeated Sun Prairie Blue in the other semifinal game last night, 5-4. It was a walk-off win for Oregon, who scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th. To take the victory. Jacob on the mound, Trey behind the plate. Rest of the defense from first to third is Dylan, Mason, Gavin, and Jake. Outfield, Wyatt, Tucker, and Emmanuel. And first pitch coming up here from Jacob. Is low and inside, ball one. And that is fouled out of play. Off the stairs and right next to the Edgerton bench. 1-1 count. And that is low, doesn't offer, 2-1. And Jacob high on that pitch, 3-1. And that is high, so an opening walk by Jacob. Two-step lead over there by the runner at first, and he's off at the pitch. Trey throws down to second, and he's there in time with a stolen base. Pitch taken for a strike, so Jacob ahead, 0-1. And he's off again, and Trey throws down to third, and he is safe there. So aggressive on the base paths for Edgerton with nobody down. And that it just misses low. 1-2. There's a curveball on the outside corner for strike 3. So 1 down in the top of the first, no score. And that is in there for a strike. That's in there too. Strike 2. Jacob quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. And that drops in there, strike 3. That pitch is outside a ball. And that is swung on and fouled up the first base line. 1-1. And Jacob ahead 1-2. And foul tipped and into the glove for the third strikeout. So after an opening batter walk and 2 stolen bases, Edgerton strands a runner at third. And through a half inning of play, Edgerton 0, Waterloo coming up. Due up in the bottom of the first for Waterloo. Your typical top 3, Gavin, Mason, and Shea. So the winner of this game will be playing in Oregon tomorrow. Even though Waterloo is the 1 seed in the tournament, there is a Monashaw River Rats game at this field at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So the field is occupied. So it'll be about a 45 to 50 minute drive to Oregon if Waterloo is victorious tonight. But Anthony on the mound for Edgerton, so this is going to be a tall order. He's the one that pitched last week against this team and held our offense in check. Edgerton with quite the following. I'd have to say they've probably got 25 to 30 fans here. Waterloo maybe in the 30 to 40 range. Beautiful night for baseball. Wind blowing in. Light winds coming in from, it feels like it's blowing in directly from center field. So Gavin steps to the plate with a 0-0 game in the bottom of the first. And Gavin takes that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And Gavin behind that. 0-2. That is low. And swing and a miss. And drop third strike. Gavin hustling down to first. He will be safe. So recorded as a strikeout, but safe at first on the dropped strike. So nobody out on the scoreboard. And Mason steps to the plate with Gavin on first. Will Waterloo be as aggressive as Edgerton was on the base paths? And Edgerton doesn't want to find out. Anthony throws over to first, but Gavin back with a head first slide. Gavin not going. And opening pitch to Mason is low, ball one. Coach Shroud at third. Casey at first. And Mason swings through that one. Even in a ball and a strike. Two-step lead over there. And Mason and Gavin is off. Ball is outside. And Gavin in there with a stolen base standing. So runner in scoring position for Mason with a 2-1 count. He's ahead. In a 0-0 game, bottom of the first. Second baseman creeping over there to keep Gavin close. And Mason with a shot out to right center. Right fielder going over there and will make the... Oh, he dropped it. Mason heading into second. And Gavin going to third. He had a hold up in case it was caught. So Mason on via the error. So a drop third strike and an error. And Waterloo with runners on second and third. With nobody out, and Shea steps to the plate. First pitch is in there for a strike. I don't know if that was... Shea couldn't check his swing if he went around or whether that was a strike. No indication from the umpire, so we'll just say that it was in there. And Shea, second pitch to him is low and outside, ball one. Outfield position for Shea to pull the ball. And that drops low, 2-1. Much to the wonderment of the Edgerton pitcher. That's in there and tapped foul over by the Edgerton bench. So it will be 2-2. Jake waits on deck. And foul tip and caught. So Shea down via the strikeout. And Jake steps into the plate. And Jake fists one, and that is going to be caught by Anthony off the mound. So 2 down now as Trey steps to the plate. And his pitch is high, ball one. That is high and inside. 2-0. And Trey swings through that curveball. Still ahead in the count, 2-1 in a 0-0 game. And that is high and tight to Trey, 3-1. That is in there for a strike, so full count with 2 down. Gavin on third, Mason on second. And Trey Tapper foul and out of play, hit the chalk line about 4 feet in front of the third base and kicked into foul territory. Would have been a tough play had that stayed fair to retire Trey at first, I mean. So we'll do it again at 3-2. And that is high and tight. So Trey walks to load the bases, and that brings up Avery. Good speed on the base paths. A courtesy runner for Trey at first, so he can put his catcher's gear on. So last out was Jake. So he takes the place at first. And that's on the outside corner. 0-1. And that is inside to Avery, 1-1. That's outside, 2-1. And that is low and bounces back to the fence. And Gavin will trot home. And they threw that ball around, and Mason will trot home to score. And Jake is safe at third. So 2-1 count. And Waterloo up 2-0, and a 3-1 count to Avery. Nice heads-up play and hustling on the base paths by the Waterloo runners. And that is high and tight to Avery, so back-to-back walks. So runners on the corners now, bringing up Jacob. Avery not being held on at first. First baseman is playing behind him. Avery off with the pitch. And Avery will be in there without a throw. So runners on the corners, and that pitch taken for a strike. So Jacob in the hole, 0-1. And Jacob with a grounder to short and underneath the shortstop's glove. And Avery trucking around third. He is going to score. And 2 RBI single for Jacob, and Waterloo ahead. 4-0. Well, Jacob on first brings up Wyatt. And that is low and outside, ball 1. And Wyatt with a bloop over third Shortstop covers the ground behind the third baseman and puts that away for the third out. But Waterloo plates 4, strands 1 through 1 inning of play. Waterloo leads it 4-0. Due up for Edgerton will be 5, 6, and 7 hitters. We've got a lot of baseball left, folks. Don't go anywhere. This is not over by any means. Defensive substitutions in the top of the second for Waterloo. Avery takes over for Dillon at first. We've got Sawyer taking over for Emmanuel in right. And Ryan taking over for Mason. Wyatt in left. Sorry. Mason is still at second. Those are pretty much the customary changes Waterloo does in every half inning. Because they are batting their entire lineup, it is free substitution, I believe. Good luck to Coach Ross, who is up at the A Diamond here in Fireman's Park, coaching in the NL Championship game, coaching his second oldest, middle child in Miles. That team also includes Wyatt's younger brother, Kurt. So good luck to them tonight. Opening pitch to the top of the second for Jacob is low. Stopped by Trey. Ball 1. And that is inside a ball, 2-0. And that is bounced in there, 3-0 for Jacob. Loses his hat on that one. Jacob taking a little extra time here to fill in the hole in front of the rubber. And that one's right down the middle for strike 1. 3-1 is the count. And that pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. Not very happy is the Edgerton batter. Full count. Now he's going to take some extra time. And that is high. And a throw of the bat. So opening batter aboard for the second inning in a row for Edgerton. And do they remain aggressive on the base paths? And he holds, and the batter swings through that one for a strike. Only about a step and a half lead over there by the Edgerton runner. Fakes that one. And that's on the inside corner. Jacob ahead 0-2. And that pitch is high, ball 1. Not a bad waste of a pitch. Over the plate, but high. Jacob coming home. And that is a curveball in there. Strike 3. 4th strikeout of the game for Jacob. Edgerton still with a runner on first, but 1 down. And here comes their number 7 hitter in the lineup. Runner holds at first again, and strong pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. And toss over to first.
You got way more than that, Brady.
Again, only about a 1.5 lead over there, and Jacob comes home, and that pitch is in there for a strike. Once again, ahead 0-2. And he's off at the pitch. Missed and throw down to first or second and cannot be handled by Gavin. So stolen base. Pitch was inside a ball, so Jacob still ahead 1-2. And that is swung through and missed. Jacob with 5 strikeouts. Every out recorded via the strikeout for Edgerton. And 2 walks. So that pitch is low and through Trey's legs and past ball. Runner will take third. Looks like Trey just didn't get his glove down low enough and scooted right underneath it. That's way outside. Runner is coming home, and he will score. So a couple of passed ball this time and a wild pitch. And it's a 4-1 game now. Nobody on. Jacob behind 2-0 to this batter. And there's a foul straight back, and ball is right in front of me. Two and 1 count now. That's tight and inside. 3-1. Quiet crowd here at Fireman's Park. And Jacob's next pitch is in there for a strike. He's brought it back full now. 2 down in the top of the second, excuse me. Waterloo leading 4-1. And here's the pitch. In there, strike 3. So 6 strikeouts for Jacob. 2 walks. One of those came around to score. And through 2 innings of play, or an inning and a half, I should say, it is Waterloo 4, Edgerton 1. Due up for Waterloo, Tucker, Dylan, and Ryan. If any one of those should reach, Emmanuel waits in the wings. As I was saying earlier, the winner of this game plays tomorrow night in Oregon. Waterloo comes into this game with a 14-0 record. Edgerton in at 10-6. It's a tight race at the end of the season for second, third, and fourth. Just percentage points separated all those teams. And with last night's Sun Prairie and Oregon game going down to the bottom of the 7th, with Oregon being victorious 5-4, you can see why it's close. Three divisions in the 14U age bracket, A, B, and C. This happens to be the B bracket. I believe there were 12 teams or 10 teams in the 14U. I think there was 6 in the A division and 12 or so in the C division. I don't know who's in the championship game for the A division. I do know that for 14UC, I believe Deerfield is in the championship game there. We'll talk about the 13U tournament next half inning. Opening pitch to Tucker is swung on and missed. Strike one. That curveball misses high and outside. Even now at a ball and a strike. That swung on and missed. Nice pitch there in the outside corner. And Tucker leaves that one alone, and he goes down via the backwards K. Third strikeout for Waterloo. And in steps Dillon. And Dillon with a chopper foul outside of third. Behind 0-1. And Dillon with a chopper to short, underneath the shortstop's glove into left. And Dillon will be in there with a single. So one down in the bottom of the second. Waterloo with a 4-1 lead and looking for more. Dillon holds. An opening pitch to Ryan is to the shortstop. On to second for one and to first. A safe. Fielder's choice. Ryan is on first. So 2 down for Waterloo. And Ryan is on first now as Emmanuel steps in. Ryan holds and pitches outside a ball. Gonna have a little equipment timeout. Looks like the webbing on his catcher's mitt is messed up. And he will grab a secondary one. Nobody can find his bag over there. He's got to go over there to the bench and find it himself. Here we go. Coach is over there working on the other one. Not sure if this one's as broke in as the other one or not. But Emmanuel ahead in a 1-0 count. And pitch to Emmanuel, swung on and missed. 1-1. Fake throw down to first, and Ryan back with a head-first crawl. Ryan holds it first. Emmanuel with a grounder right at Anthony off the mound. Anthony picks and recovers in time to throw Emmanuel out. So that ends the scoring threat for Waterloo. No runs, they strand one. And through 2 innings of play, it remains Waterloo 4, Edgerton 1. So for the 13U brackets, Waterloo there's 4 brackets for 13U. The C division is the only one that's split. They have a North and a South division. Waterloo being in the North division, I believe. South division, sorry, they're in the South. They won their semifinal game last night. Defeated an Edgerton team also, 10-0. They unfortunately also had to go on the road. They were the number 1 seed, and they had to go on the road for their semifinal game because their normal diamonds were full with American and National League playoffs. Those are the 9 and 10, 11 and 12-year-olds, 9 and 10 being the American League and 11 and 12 being the National League. So they will be in the championship game tomorrow against Milton. That game time is at 6 o'clock in Marshall. Marshall, the home field for Waterloo's 13U team. Opening pitch here, swung on and missed. Strike 1. And inside and tight. Gets out of the way, 1-1. And swung on and missed. Curveball that didn't curve, and Jacob got by with that one. And I think the batter was fooled on that, thinking it was going to curve down, and never did. So Jacob ahead 1-2. And that is fouled and into the netting right in front of me here. So we'll do it again at 1-2. And that is swung on and fouled outside the right field foul pole. Really got around on that one. Now that is fouled back and into the stands on the Edgerton side. Good battle going on here. Jacob's still ahead, 1-2. Coming home, and that is swung on. Changeup on the outside corner. And Jacob with 7 strikeouts. Sandwiched around 2 walks. That's the first inning there that the opening batter was not aboard for Edgerton. And first pitch to the batter is swung on and missed. This is the bottom of the order. That just missed inside. 1-1. And that is fouled on and out of play. Even at a ball and a strike. I think that ball went over the pavilion. Hopefully nobody driving into the park there. And that is lined into left center. And Wyatt with a knee first slide to retire the out. First fair ball contact for Edgerton. First out not recorded via the strikeout. So 2 down and back to the top of the order. This is one of the 2 walks that Jacob gave up on the game, and opening pitch is outside a ball. Jacob loses his hat again. He probably should look into switching with somebody again. Let's see, Dylan's got the travel ball hat on. Must have forgot his white one somewhere. Everybody else in the customary white hats. And that is swung on and tapped foul. So 1-1. Big curveball that came in the inside of the box there. Edgerton batter couldn't hold up. Really crowding the plate. And that's drops low, 2-1. Good eye on these pitches. There's another one fouled. Almost the same place as the last one into the Edgerton stands. So well, it brings it back to 2-2 count. And Jacob inside hits him. So a walk and a hit batter for their leadoff hitter. So runner aboard with 2 down. Wonder if they know that he stole twice last time. He's going to have a 2.5-step lead over there. Jacob wouldn't be wrong to just kind of throw over there. That was just customary. It's a little throw. Definitely not Jacob's best move. Just wants him to know he's thinking about him. So Waterloo up 4-1. And opening pitch is swung on and missed to this batter. And Jacob ahead 0-1. No movement by the runner at first. Still about a 2-step lead out there. And he's off with the pitch and swings through that one. Trey throws down to second and up the first base line. Third stolen base of the day for number 12, the leadoff hitter for Edgerton. Was stranded on third in the first inning. See if he takes off here as well. Nope, he's holding and swung on and missed. And 8th strikeout of the game for Jacob. And Edgerton strands 1. And through 2.5 innings of play, it remains Waterloo 4, Edgerton 1, due up for Waterloo in the bottom of the third. Sawyer in the back to the top of the order in Gavin and Mason. Beautiful night for baseball. Sun behind the clouds, but still in the 80-degree range. Wind blowing in from center, left center. Not enough to make the flag stand out straight. Anthony back on the mound for his third inning of work for Edgerton. So the top of the order is what did the damage in the first inning. So let's see if Sawyer can get on base and set the table for that part of the order. The As I mentioned, Waterloo took on Edgerton last week on Wednesday. Thursday, excuse me. They were supposed to be Wednesday. Got rained out. Got rescheduled for Thursday. And Waterloo had taken on Edgerton earlier in the season on May 17th, so 2 months ago. And that was a 12-8 victory for Waterloo. So far they have swept Edgerton 2-0. So hopefully we can come up with a third victory here and we can advance to tomorrow's championship. Nice throw down by the Edgerton catcher. He is very accurate on the throw down to second. He was last week, and he's continuing that this week. Number 23 behind the plate. Opening pitch to Sawyer in the third is swung on and fouled over the Waterloo bench. He's behind 0-1. Ooh, that pitch is wild pitch. Too bad somebody wasn't on. Could have got possibly a free 90 feet on that one, but so 1-1 count to Sawyer. Ooh, high and tight. Curveball that didn't curve. Sawyer ahead. 2 balls and a strike. And that is low. So 3-1 to Sawyer. I'm unaware if this is a time limit game or if it's an automatic 7 innings because it's playoffs. I'm going to try to get a... And that is outside corner. Sawyer checked his swing, but that didn't matter. So 3-2 count coming up to Sawyer here in the bottom of the third. Waterloo leading 4-1. Nobody out. And Sawyer swings through that one. Well, Sawyer couldn't catch up with that fastball. So back to the top of the order, and Gavin, who actually struck out in the first inning, but reached first on a passed ball. Came around to score on a wild pitch. Gavin, first pitch to him is outside a ball. Nice stop by the Edgerton catcher. Anthony tries to make a hole in front of the rubber, and Jacob puts more dirt in it. So all about the preference of what the pitcher likes. Pitch to Gavin is in there, a strike. Right at the knees and on the corner. 1-1. That just misses. 2-1. Not quite enough tail to that 2-seamer. And Gavin threw that. Looked like a slider. That's low and outside. Just missed. And a shot over to the left fielder, cannot handle it. And Gavin digging for second. He's there. Ball is all the way to the fence. Gavin's not going to stop. He's on his way to third. And he is going to be going all the way, and I believe he's going to score. He will. So kind of a lax throw from the left fielder to the shortstop. I don't know if he missed the cutoff or not. Kind of a rolled in the outfield grass, and Gavin never stopped. I couldn't tell if that was a stop sign that Coach Shroud at third put up, or if he was actually pointing for him to run home. But Gavin, with good speed out there, just never quit. Chugged out of the batter's box and put on the Jets. And Mason with a shot out to center. That's back and caught out there by the center fielder. Definitely playing deep, the Edgerton outfielders are. So 2 down, and brings up Shea, who was the victim of a third strike foul tip. Caught. And Shea with a chopper to third. Throws on to first, and throw is wild and out of play. And Shea will be awarded second base. Don't know if the third baseman needed to be that quick with it. He probably had another half second or so to maybe set his feet better to make a better throw, but we will take it. And in steps Jake with the runner on second. And Jake with a little number over short and over second base, and that will go into center field. Jake digging for second on the throw home. He will be in there. So Jake with a single and an RBI. Shea comes home. And it is now 6-1. So top half of the order doing damage again. Oh, looks like maybe a... Well, I'm not going to speculate on what might be going on here. I mean, it looks like maybe a jam finger. But we will take a break here. Bottom of the third, Waterloo leading 6-1. They have 2 outs, and Trey will be up when we resume to live baseball. Not sure who Edgerton has as a backup catcher. He is really in some discomfort. Fingernail maybe? I can't speculate. It's obviously his right hand, which is his glove hand. So umpire is now going to have a conference to see if he can continue or not. Looks like he is going to stay in the game. I had to start the clapping there because we've got quite the dead crowd here. Definitely not as raucous, if you will, as last week Thursday between these two teams. Jake on second, and Trey takes that opening pitch outside a ball. Oh, not his glove hand. It's his throwing hand. He's checking out his fingers again. Hopefully have an ice pack. He can put his hand in between innings. And that ball is low and off the knee pad. Jake will hold at second. Good block there. Oh, he doesn't want to grip the baseball. Do you take a chance? Do you take a chance to see if he can throw? And that is back to the fence. So you're not going to have to worry about that. So I just checked the way he threw the ball back to the pitcher. He didn't even have his ring finger or his pinky finger on the ball when he threw it. So could be an outside finger issue. 2-1 count to Trey. Jake at third. Long look over there, but he's coming home, and that ball is inside. 3-1. And Trey fouls that one back. So full count with 2 down in the bottom of the third. Waterloo leading 6-1. Welcome, Jackie. Nice to have you on the broadcast today. Big secondary lead over there by Jake, not being held on, and that is low and outside for ball 4. Trey's second walk of the game. My guess is that we will have a pinch runner. So Mason, the last out on that deep fly to center field that the center fielder made a great running catch on. I'm guessing this is going to be a definite steal. He's off, and there will not be a throw. So Avery took that pitch for a strike. And Avery fouls that one. Out of play. Oh, Avery behind 0-2. Yeah, the catcher definitely can't throw. He's definitely got some issues going on. I wonder how he's going to be able to bat if they're batting their whole lineup. Sneaking in over at third behind Jake is the third baseman. And that ball is low and outside. Yeah, he's I don't know if you can see that, but he's definitely not using his outside 2 fingers on his right hand to return the ball to the pitcher. And Avery swings through that one and retired via the strikeout. But Waterloo plates 2 more and Strands 2, excuse me. Through 3 innings of play, Waterloo with a 6-1 lead. So Jake is walking, and picked up the ball, but Jacob's coming back out to the mound. Beyond for inning number 4. Let's see, top of the 4th. This should be 3, 4, and 5 hitters, I think. Man, I'm telling you, it's almost like you're sitting in church with how quiet it is here. It's crazy. Right? Am I right, Kathy? It's crazy how quiet it is here. And that's high, and better just to get out of the way, duck out of the way of that one. 1-0. That's a curveball in there for a strike. 1-1. Oh, there we go. We got a little. Oh, did he hold up? He's going to appeal. He held up. 2-1. Don't see that very often in this league. That is over the plate. 2-2. Just missed in the outside corner. Didn't offer. So full count. Edgerton needs base runners to get back in this game one way or another. And that pitch is swung on and missed. 9th strikeout for Jacob in 3 1/3. Brings up Anthony, who struck out on a foul tip. That's in there for a strike. Wow, Jacob's starting him off with a curveball. Jacob's definitely got some confidence in that pitch tonight. And second pitch is same one, but just a little bit low on the inside corner. So even at a ball and a strike. And that is swung on and fouled out of play up the right field line. So Jacob ahead 1-2. And off of Jacob's shoulder, Jacob recovers in time, throws on to first, and gets the out, but they are going to, infield's going to check on Jacob, and so is Coach Rowdy. I'm not sure that Jacob was able to get his glove up in time. And Anthony, as a show of sportsmanship, goes over there to shake Jacob's hand. Very nice sportsmanship showed by the batter on that one. Truly unintentional. There's nothing intentional about hitting a ball back up the middle. So they're just checking on Jacob. Looks like the infielders are happy that he's going to stay in the game, and Coach Shroud is happy, and the home umpire's happy, and wondering if he's going to at least get a warm-up toss here, maybe not. Again, he turned his body. Just not sure if he was able to get his glove up in time or not, but opening pitch here is inside a ball. Oh, it is a strike. Kind of a late call. And that is a number over the base, and Avery will scoop that up and retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down for Edgerton in the 4th. Nobody stranded. And through 3.5, Waterloo leads 6-1. Due up Jacob, Wyatt, and Tucker in the bottom of the 4th. Tell you, on that grounder up the first base line there, if that would have hit the base and ricocheted any direction, Avery would have probably had a hard time coming up with that. The batter was not running. He was assuming it was going to go foul, but that thing stayed inside the foul line. But yeah, he hit the corner of the base just right and could kick left, could kick right. So, but it hopped right over the base, and Avery scooped it and took 2 steps, stepped on first. to retire the side in the fourth. I was going to try to ask the coaches if this is an automatic 7-inning game, and I wasn't fast enough. Coach Shroud on his way to take his position at coaching third. And Jacob fouls that one back, and coming back right here, and a couple bounces over to the scorekeeper. And just an 0-1 count to Jacob. And it's inside a ball, 1-1. And Jacob with a shot off the third baseman's glove into left. And Jacob will be on with a single, his second hit of the game. Check with the official scorekeeper on that one, whether or not they gave Jacob a hit on that or whether he reached on an error. I'll check with him on that. I put it in the book as a hit. So Jacob on first, nobody down in the bottom of the fourth, and in steps Wyatt. And that is low. And it looks like the same catcher. Maybe not. It's 21. I can't tell. 21 was the catcher, I think. And that's in there for a strike to Wyatt. Even at 1-1. And Jacob holds, and inside to Wyatt, 2-1. And Wyatt with a grounder to third. Misplayed over there, but good recovery. Throws on to first, and that is missed by the first baseman. That's out of play. So Wyatt will be awarded second, and Jacob will trot down to third. So runners on second and third with nobody down. Bottom of the fourth, Waterloo leading 6-1. Coach Reedy, before leaving during practice to go coach the NL team, he told this team that he wanted to come back and see a lead. The game's up there, only 90 minutes, and that's in there for a strike. Time limit here is 2 hours, but we will see if this, once again, I'll check in the next half inning to see if this is actually a guaranteed 7-inning game or we still are looking at a time limit. And that Tucker with a little bloop to second, and Wyatt caught off second base and doubled off of second. So Jacob remains at third. And Dylan stands in now, who singled to left his first time up. And Dylan puts that one foul. Waterloo, Waterloo bench saying if that was straightened out fair, it was gone. I'm not sure about that, but and Dylan with a tapper foul. Not quite as far as the first one, but he's in an 0-2 hole. Jacob still a runner at third. And Dylan in an 0-2 hole. And Dylan with a chopper. Oh, just foul, just missed the bag. So Jacob making contact with all the pitches so far. I wonder if we're going to see one try to go on the outside corner here, so Dylan may not be able to catch up with it. And he did, but missed. 1-2. That is low and off the, and now out of play, off the glove, and Jacob will score on the wild pitch. No RBI for Dylan, and it is now 7-1. Gotta wonder if Jacob's gonna come out to pitch, or I don't see anybody in the bullpen. Warming up. And Dylan stays alive. Oh! So 2-2 to Dylan. And swings through that. And mad at himself to hit his helmet. But Waterloo plates one more. And we lead 7-1. All right, Jacob on the mound for inning number 5. Just confirmed with Waterloo coaches that this game still is a time limit game. It's not automatic 7. Started at 6:06, popped up, and that will be out of play. Jacob had it 1-1. Pitchers are allowed to pitch 5 innings during league play. And just low. Good spot for that, but hitter did not offer. 1-1. Waterloo in a 7-1 advantage here. And that is low. 2-1. And that is high. 3-1. So Jacob in danger of walking batter number 3. And that would be 3 that he let off an inning with a walk. And there's 3-2. Good. Oh, just over Jake's glove at third into left for a single. First hit given up by Jacob. Very efficient outing by Jacob so far. Let's hope he can continue this. So nobody down, runner on first for Edgerton. And throws over to first, and runner back in plenty of time. Not much of a lead over there, just trying to catch him maybe sleeping. Only about a step and a half lead over there. And Jacob coming home, runner holds, and that is low. Good scoop by Trey. A little clapping over there by the Waterloo bench. Shea trying to fire everybody up over there. There's a swing and a miss. Jacob brings it back to even now, 1-1. Waterloo looking to turn 2 here. And that's inside a ball. 2-1. And runner holds it first, and that is outside corner, 2-2. Not happy about that strike call is the Edgerton batter. And Jacob misses high with that curveball, 3-2. And that is swung on and missed. Jacob's 10th strikeout of the day. Edgerton runner still remains at first, throws over there and back in plenty of time. And that is foul outside of third. So Waterloo leading 7-1. But Edgerton with a runner on first and one down here, but better behind 0-1. Curveball misses high. And Jacob misses that one low, 2-1. Disciplined hitters on a lot of low pitches. I've seen him swing at high pitches, but definitely lower pitchers they are disciplined on. There's another one right down the middle. Swings through that, catches a bunch of air, no ball. And it's even now, 2-2. Edgerton bench trying to fire up the bottom of the order here for their hitters. Runner holds, and that is a grounder third off of Jake's glove and into shallow left. Oh, runners on the corners now, or on first and second, excuse me. Second hit in the inning given up by Jacob. Still one down. And swings through that one. Strike one. How about a 3-6-3 double play? That would be nice. And that is swung on and missed. Jacob's hat falls off again. And he's ahead 0-2. And just misses inside. Jacob needs a new hat. I don't know who's got one out there that can fit him, but he needs a new hat. 1-2. And the pitch is swung on and fouled outside of third. Right over the third base coach's head. Retrieves the ball and rolls that over to the home plate umpire. Hey, bocce ball, man. He'd be all over that. Never played it myself. Don't even know how. That curveball misses inside. 2-2. Not sure if that buckled his knees or he was just trying to get out of the way of that one. So Jacob coming home and pops that one up. Who wants it? Looks like Jacob will take that. Infield fly rule's been called. Batter out. So 2 down with runner still on first and second. Well, it's outside. That's the bottom of the order. He hit a good shot out to right center or left center the last time. And that is popped up. Who wants it? Dylan out of play. Gives chase about 15 yards past the out of play line. No fences along the right and left field sidelines here. There's just a white line painted on the grass. If you happen to cross that line, the ball crosses that line, it's out of play, but Dylan didn't care. He kept running after it. Just didn't catch up with it. 1-1 count, and that is a grounder to Dylan. Oh, big hop. And Dylan gloves it for the third out. So Edgerton held scoreless. They strand 2. And Jacob is through 5 innings, and Waterloo maintains their 7-1 lead. Coming up in the bottom of the 5th for Waterloo, it's the bottom of the order, Ryan, Emmanuel, and Sawyer. So Anthony will be back for his 5th inning. It's my understanding from Coach Shroud that you're able to pitch 5 innings during a game. 5 innings during a game and maybe only 7 during the week, I think. Something like that, he said. So definitely a benefit if you can end games early by run rules. Waterloo would need to plate another 4 here, I believe. It would be 10 runs. Maybe it's only 2. It might be 8 runs after 5. Doesn't matter. A lot of baseball left here. We'll see where we're at after this inning. So again, hopefully the bottom part of this order can set the table for the top. It looked like that was going to happen the first time through the lineup. Sawyer was way ahead, 3-1, and unfortunately got caught on Two good pitches from Anthony. Ended up striking out. First pitch to Ryan is low, and he's ahead 1-0. And that is plunked in Ryan's back. So runner aboard for Waterloo. And in steps Emmanuel, sporting the Zapatos Amarillos. I was talking to his parents before the game. Wanted to get confirmation on that before I used it on air. And, it comes up empty. A little behind that. So 0-1 by Emmanuel. That drops outside. 1-1 to Emmanuel. Outfield playing him straight away. Fairly deep. And Emmanuel swings through that one. 1-2. And that is in there for called third strike. So Emmanuel out via the strikeout. One down. Bottom of the fifth, and in steps Sawyer, who again struck out in the third inning to lead off the third inning. Hey, he holds up on that one, and that's outside a ball. Ryan, the runner at first, not much of a lead over there. Step and a half, maybe. And Ryan not going anywhere, and a grounder right back to second, or the pitcher. And Ryan out at second, and the return throw to first is off the first baseman's glove, excuse me. So Sawyer aboard via the air, 2 outs. And back to the top of the order. Gavin, who hit one to hop the wall out there and circled the bases his last time up. Was on via the drop third strike rule in the first inning, came around to score. And his opening pitch is outside a ball. A lot of room in right center. And tries to take it that way, and that will be foul and out of play. Just a little behind that. One and one. Don't see anybody warming up. Who's coming in to pitch? I see Jake's putting the catcher's gear on, so he will be behind the plate. So it could be, it might be Gavin because he's in the batter's box. I don't see Avery warming up. Mason's on deck, so he can't warm up. And that drops inside for a strike. Gavin behind 1-2. And that is low and back to the fence. And Sawyer will take second on the play. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, Waterloo with a 7-1 lead. Second baseman sneaking in there, trying to maybe take a throw, but the pitch is coming home, and that is low, 3-2. Gavin can reach. Mason waits on deck. And pitch is swung on and grounded to short. Gavin running it out and will be out at first. So, first time Gavin was retired today. Waterloo fails to score for just the second inning in 5 attempts. They strand 1, and through 5 it remains Waterloo 7, Edgerton 1. Jacob heading out to third base, and it looks like Gavin is probably heading to the pitcher's mound. Avery's going to be sitting this half inning. He's at first already. So Dylan is taking a seat. He's not pitching. Mason heading over to short. And it will be Gavin's inning. In the first game with Edgerton back in May, Gavin pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, 3 runs all earned, had 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. So Edgerton has seen Gavin before. Hopefully we can keep this trend going and keeping their bats silent. So this will be the 3rd time through the lineup. Top of the order due up for Edgerton. So Trey moves to second. Mason over to short. Jacob on third. Jake behind the plate. And Gavin on the mound. So a bunch of infield changes here. And there's a shot to underneath Avery's glove at first. And rolls up on the hill, picked up by Sawyer out there, and first extra base hit on the day for Edgerton. Avery a little close to the line on that. Ooh, throw back to second, and safe. Now he's out. Called him safe. The runner thought he was out. He started heading back to the base or to the bench, and that's when Mason tagged him. Comedy of errors over there, but 1 down, and grounder outside of third. And Gavin ahead 0-1. So both mental errors on each team. And that's an outside corner fastball. 0-2. Curveball, and the batter hangs in there and fouls that back. And we'll do it again at 0-2. And that is a foul outside of the third base coaching box. Oh, he's timing up pretty good on that inside fastball. And there's a curveball inside, made him buckle his knees because he had to go to his knees to get out of the way. So Gavin still ahead, but it's 1-2 now. That pitch is high, 2-2. That's low and outside. So, good eye by the batter who's fouled off the first 3-4 pitches, and he's brought it back to full. So that pitch is swung on and missed, dropped. Jake's got to pick it up and throw it onto first to retire the out, and safe. I don't... So, record a strikeout for Gavin on that, but runner on first. Number 3 hitter in the lineup. And throw to first, and he's back in time. They were able to keep that in front of him. And pitch is high, ball 1. Well, a lot of chatter over in the Edgerton bench. Most we've heard so far. And he's got about a 2-step lead over there. And he's going to hold, and pitch is in there for a strike now, even at 1s. 7-1 lead for Waterloo in the top of the 6th. Throw over to first, and runner's back in time. Pitch is coming home, and that is in there for a strike, 1-2. Runner holds, and pitch is missed. Inside and low, 2-2. And coming home, pitches outside and throws down to second, and not in time. Stolen base. 3-2. That is low. So it brings up the cleanup hitter in Anthony with 2 runners on. And that is swung on and pounded to center. Tucker running back and will not catch up with that one. It's to the wall. So double for Anthony. And another run scores. So runners on second and third with only 1 down. So that drop third strike coming around to score. And that curveball misses high. 1-0. And that is a looper that is going to fall. Picked up barehanded by Mason and throws on to first for the out. Both runners hold. So it's 2 down now. Hitter wondering why the runner at third didn't try to score. Big secondary lead out there at second. And ball drops outside low. Waterloo up 7-2. And that is swung on and missed. Even at a ball and a strike. It's the falling off the head pitching syndrome for Waterloo. There's number 2. And underneath Jacob's glove. And throwing it home. And Jake's got the ball and going to run him back. And he will be safe. And comedy of errors there. Jacob missed the ball. Backup is Mason missed the ball. And then after it bounced, it jumped over Ryan's head. So 2 more runs have scored. It's 7-4, and we're going to have a conference at the mound. Probably just trying to get an understanding of what we want to do defensively. Edgerton with a runner in scoring position. Again, this game ain't over by any means. Umpire going to make his way out to the mound for a visit. And everybody departs, and we will stay with the same pitcher. Yeah, definitely that third strike came back to haunt Waterloo on those 2 runs. Put out that we could not record. That drops in there for a strike. And that is fouled off. Yep. And grounder to third. Jacobs got that. Fires over to first. And Avery scoops it. And runner is safe. Don't know if Avery pulled his foot off the bag or what happened there. So runner goes to third on that play, and he's out. So a wild pitch, and runner from third tries to score, but cut down at the plate. So Edgerton scores 3, Strands 1. It's a whole new ball game, 7-4 now. As Waterloo due up for them, 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Mason, Shea, and Jake. New pitcher due up for Edgerton. Looks like number 9, I believe. I have to put my glasses on here. Well, pitcher looks like number 5, actually. Okay, bottom of the 6th here. Brand new ball game. And first pitch to Mason is over his head, ball 1. On deck. I know you're on top of that. Sorry. Little smile as he heads back. And next pitch to Mason is low outside, 2-0. And that hits Mason in the back. One second game for Waterloo. Ryan got hit in the, was it last inning? Last inning got hit. So opening batter forward for Waterloo. And in steps the number 3 hitter, Shea, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. And Mason off with the pitch. Throw down to second, not in time. So Mason with a stolen base, only the second one today by Waterloo. And runner in scoring position now for the opening pitch for a strike. Ooh, Shave. Curveball swings right through it. He's behind 0-2. And Shea holds up. That pitch is inside ball 1-2. And Shea with a rocket into right center. Sorry, Don. Found out that it's kind of dead. That's garbly. I mean, I got very bad connection down here. Well, I'll try this. Is this going to be better? So, I took my headset off. Now I'm just using the audio off of here. So, I'm just using the audio off my phone now, folks. 2-0 to Trey. And Trey with a shot out to left. Is that going to fall? That will fall. In front of the left fielder. Shea comes home. Jake going to be held at third. Oh, stutter step. He's coming home. The throw of the catcher is offline and up to play. Ball is out of play. And Trey will be awarded third base. So a single for Trey. You give him 1 RBI on that. Shea scores, Jake scores, and it's now 10-4. And in steps Avery, who's 0 for 1 today with a walk. Throw back over to third and way offline, and it's out of play. And Trey will be awarded home. Oh, really? Nope. So he will have to retreat back to third. So that's okay. Still no throw to Avery yet. Avery's first pitch is low and outside a ball. Still nobody down here in the and throw over to third, excuse me. Trey back in time. Pitch to Avery, chopper up the middle, and that will be through for a base hit. So Trey will score now, and Avery with a single and an RBI, and it's now 11, I think. So nobody down, Avery at first, and Jacob stands in. 4 runs in the inning. And Jacob with a shot to short. Over to second for 1 and to first and double play. So the first 2 outs of the inning now are recorded. And Wyatt will be up with 2 down. Coaching visit to talk to Wyatt here a little bit before the first pitch thrown to him. And that is low, ball 1. That drops low and outside, 2-0. Ryan will be behind the plate this next half inning. He's putting his catcher's gear on. And that is inside to Wyatt, 2-1. Possibly that talk was about letting that first strike arrive before you swing. And there's that next pitch, 3-1. On deck. That was you. So Wyatt ahead, 3-1 count. And Wyatt fouls that one out of play up the right field line. Into the stands and bouncing off the concrete steps. And full count now. If Wyatt were to get aboard, Tucker waits on deck. And Tucker with a chopper. Third base, hits the dirt and kicks into the grass. So an infield single for Wyatt. The inning continues. And Tucker will stand into the batter's box. Also 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And high to Tucker, 1-0. And Tucker holds off on that curveball that was outside, and Wyatt takes second on the play.
I did.
Don't put your hands in the fence. If a foul ball comes back here, buddy, you're gonna. Yeah, that's inside to Tucker. 2-1.
Still in 1 for 2. 500. Could be a walk. Up to 3-4.
And Tucker holds off on that, holds back on that curveball, and it's 2-2 now. This is dead.
Why are you wearing it?
Makes it look good. And inside corner to Tucker, and he goes down for the second time. So that ends the half inning, but Waterloo plates 4 more. Stranding 1 through 6 complete. They're up 11-4. And looks like we're going to play one more inning. 8:04. Yep, it'd be 8:06 for us to be over with the game, so we will play another half inning. Gavin will be on for his second inning of work. Waterloo 11 runs on 9 hits. 6 left on. Edgerton with 6 hits. Four runs on 6 hits. 5 left on. Jacob in line for the win. So good news. I don't know if you can see the comments in here, but it looks like the NL team took their championship. They won 22-15. That's a high-scoring affair up there at the AL Diamond. So top of the 7th, excuse me. And last chance for Edgerton. First pitch is grounded to Jacob. misplayed over there. Throws on to first, but not in time. So opening error by Jacob, and the first runner is aboard. That's what they need, is base runners. NL team 22-15. Are we sure that's not football, Tom? Holy cow. And that is in there for a strike. Nice frame by Ryan. Dylan holding the runner on at first. Only about 2.5 step lead over there. Just daring him to throw it. Leaning back towards first. And he will throw over there. A nice leap by Dylan to keep that from going out of play and letting the runner advance for free.
Hey, all right, come on, Gam. Hit him. We need outs. 1, 2, 3 outs. Watch it.
Big lead over there, and he's off with the pitch, and Ryan. So, stolen base. To me, runner at second really means nothing at this point in time with a 7-run lead, but 1-1. 1-1 count. And Ryan shoots it, and throw was up the third base side of the bag. Tried to backhand it was Jacob. Unable to get that in his glove, and trickled into shallow left that Wyatt retrieved that. So 2-1, and nobody out. Runner on third, and that's in there for a strike. 2-2. Definitely want to retire this part of the lineup. Don't want to see the top half, even with a 7-run lead. There it is, strike 3, swinging. So Gavin retires the first batter in the 7th by the strikeout. His second of the day. And this is the bottom of the order, so we are going to see the top. At least one batter, unless the runner from third is cut down. Grounder to short. Mason's got that. Throws on to first. And Dylan will retire, catch that for the second out. But they plate one more. So nobody on.
Umping check. Thank you, Jeremy has it. Okay.
So top of the order. 11-5 game. And that is inside a ball. Good backhanded stop by Ryan. 11-5, Waterloo up. And that is a grounder up the middle and past Mason at short. Into shallow center, 5th hit given up by Gavin, and winning in 2/3. And number 2 hitter due up. Don't want these guys to creep back into the game here. 2-step lead over there at first. He's got to be off with the pitch. Nope. Runner gets back as Gavin steps off the rubber. And he's off with the pitch. Ryan throws down to second. Not in time.
Throw up, Tucker. Come on. We need one more out. Let's go. We're not stuck in the concrete. Move.
Coach Shroud shouting encouragement to his team. Runner at second and swung on and caught out there by Mason at short. And that retires the side and the ball game. So Edgerton scores one, they strand one. And semifinal game complete. You will see Waterloo in Oregon tomorrow. And as they win today, 11-5, complete the sweep of Edgerton, winning all 3 games. So tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, we will see you again. Once again, your final score from Waterloo Fireman's Park, your Pirates pull it off 11-5. 2 big innings, the first and the 6th, in which they plated 4 runs. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.